excitement of the college football season is finally here?
Well, it's really fun to get started again. I think the way we ended last year didn't set very well with anybody. So we're excited. We're ready to get going again. We've been practicing a long time since spring ball, and so it's fun to get cranked up and play somebody.
I've come and seen a few practices. It seems like there's a renewed sense of energy this year. Just talk about the excitement of the players and the energy that they're going to be bringing to the field.
Yeah, I think there's a determination with our guys right now. I think they were embarrassed by the way the season ended last year. I think everybody from top to bottom in the program feels like we underachieved, and I think our guys are motivated to play, and you can tell that at practice.
As a head coach, does it give you confidence knowing you've got senior leaders in a lot of your skill positions?
Well, it expands your comfort zone when you've got some older players that have been there before. I think we've got a lot of good young talent on this football team right now, but our best football teams have been veteran teams, guys that have been to battle before that don't make many mistakes, and when you talk to them, they listen. Sometimes the young guys, it's hard to focus, but it does make you feel better when you've got more of a veteran group coming back.
You talked about the tough way you ended last year. For you and the staff, how important is it for this team to start out in 2013 with a win?
Well, it's really important. I think last year, honestly, by the end of the season, we weren't a very good football team with all the injuries that we had. Weren't very good in any area, offense, defense, special teams. So we need to start fast. I don't think there's any question. You got to take advantage of every game. The problem with the schedule that we play, you can be a really good football team and at the end of the year not have much to show for it. So we know from game 1 to game 12, we got to play our best football.
13th year for you, Coach, coming in as the Wake Forest head man.
Seems like yesterday,
This far along, you've been here 13. Is this any different than any other year?
No, not at all. It's a typical year for us that if you haven't achieved as well as you thought you could the year before, you feel a little bit more motivated. So maybe from that standpoint, we've been there before. We've had our backs against the wall and had to bounce back, and this feels like a year that that we've got the potential to be a pretty good football team. But it's a new year, and I think as coaches and players, you always get excited for a new season.
How much pressure have the seniors taken off of you as far as taking a hold of this team to not allow the same mistake that took place last year?
Well, they've been very involved. A lot of the decisions that I've made, I've never been a real touchy-feely football coach. I'm more of a block and tackle guy, and the seniors have made some changes on our team that I think have been for the better. What I've always looked for is anytime the players get involved, I watch the work habits of the football team, and our work habits have not only not changed, but maybe even gotten a little bit better. So I think some of the ideas that we've had, some of the suggestions have been really good for us, and I think it's kind of fun to let the seniors get more involved in the leadership of the team.
As far as getting the start on Thursday instead of Saturday and not having to wait the entire week, finally get out here and hit somebody else, how exciting is it for you as a coach, to have that start 48 hours from now?
Oh, it's great. It's great to get going. It messes with you a little bit because of your planning. You'd like to get in a regular schedule, but with the first 3 games, we're going to be off our schedule a little bit. Thursday night, obviously, and then the following week at Boston College on Friday night, and then handling that next week where we've actually got an extra day, but you got to make sure that you get plenty of rest getting ready for La Monroe. So it's good to get started, whether Thursday or Saturday, but it'll be nice to get out there Thursday night and play some football.
Can you speak on both sides of the ball as far as the offense and defense, the strides they've made from the beginning of camp going into kickoff here on Thursday night?
Yeah, I think early in camp I thought the defense had the upper hand on the offense. And then I thought, by our third scrimmage, I thought the offense had caught up a little bit and kind of held their own. It's going to be interesting for us. We're doing some things that we've done in the past, but these kids haven't done them. And so it'll be interesting to see how they adjust. I think defensively, we kind of know who we are. I'm not sure yet offensively that we know as coaches or players. So it'll be fun to get into games and kind of figure out who the deeks are on offense.
What are you telling the freshmen going into their first ever collegiate game on Thursday?
Really more than anything else, we're trying to get those guys to not be deer in the headlights, to pin their ears back and blow a couple snot bubbles and get after it. We really have kind of gotten our young guys in the mentality that, hey, you're going to make some mistakes. We know that. But let's don't worry about making mistakes. Let's play full speed. And, you might be knocking the wrong guy down, but if you're knocking somebody down and flying around, we'll get you going in the right direction eventually.
As far as Presbyterian, this is an FCS school, but Corey was in here talking about you guys are not taking them lightly. Can you speak on that as well? Not looking at the fact that they're a lower division team, you guys need to go in here and take them as if they're an ACC opponent.
Well, I think Harold Nichols does a great job. I think they've got some similar issues that we've got. They're an academic school playing a lot of good teams, and they're very, very well coached. We know some of their assistant coaches as well, so we know they're going to be very well coached. We know that in the first game anything can happen. I think you worry about taking care of the football, you worry about special teams, you worry about giving up big plays on defense. The last time we played, they got us with one of the coolest trick plays we've ever seen. So this is a very well coached football team, and we know going in we got to play good.